Will AI transform work or replace us? To discuss this controversial question, I'm joined by Chief AI Officer at IBM, Nicholas Renotte. Nicholas, welcome to the South by Southwest Sydney Studio.
Thank you so much for having me. Great to be here.
Now, your session at South by Southwest Sydney is called AI, as your next co-worker, transforming collaboration in the future of work. Now, many people are worried that AI will take their jobs. What's your take on this?
Yeah, I think we've come a long way in terms of what's possible with AI. So we've started out in this period of time where we were able to use AI to predict it for you. And those use cases were really around forecasting sales or predicting whether an email is spam or not. And then we've sort of taken this quantum leap forward and we've gone to chat with AI, right? So we've seen the release of ChatGPT and you can chat with it and it's able to answer just about anything you want. But we're starting to shift over into this process where we're looking at agents now. And agents are really intended to help you automate things for you or do it for you. I think it's important to note that like when you're looking at these capabilities, not to fear them, but to embrace them and use them for what they are. They're tools to help take away the things that you don't really want to do, but you know that you have to do. So if you can improve or add that extra little bit of automation, I think it goes a really long way.
Yeah, interesting. And what's one takeaway that you hope attendees at your session take away with them?
I think the most important thing is give it a go. So in our session, I actually coded up an agent live. It did have a little bit of trouble getting up and running.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah. Don't mind that. but I think that's probably hones in on the key message, right? Give it a go. And there's new technologies that are being released each and every day. They're only getting better. They're only getting faster. They're only becoming easier to use. So there's really no reason why you shouldn't just have a crack.
That's right. And speaking of Australia in relation to the world and the development of AI, where is Australia placed when it comes to AI? Are we less experimental than other countries?
I think we're quite the opposite, and which is why I love Australia, right? We seem to be a test bed for some of these really new and emerging technologies. I'd argue that we're probably at the forefront of using some of these technologies because we are small, we are nimble, we are really fast. Well, small relative to the massive organizations of the world. So that gives us a really unique opportunity because we are technologically advanced, so we can take advantage of some of this stuff that's coming out ridiculously quickly. So I'd say we're actually at the cutting edge.
Okay, fantastic. And what role do you think that South by Southwest plays in shaping the future of your field?
I really like the opportunity to talk to people outside of technology. Admittedly, what we talked about was technology, but I had so many people reaching out to me and talking and saying, hey, I've got a small business. How can I use AI? Or, hey, I actually work in the learning space. How could I use an agent for my particular workflow? Or how could I bring that in and teach it to my students? Because we had educators there as well. I think the beauty of South by Southwest is that you have such a broad and diverse audience that you can tap into. So us sharing that little bit of our space is, I think, quite unique in that we're able to touch so many different types of people.
And you use the word agent. Could you just explain what that is?
Yeah, so when we've used AI in the past, really, like if we look at traditional AI, we've had predictive models. So we're able to pass in some input, get some output. Then we've gone over to chat. We're able to pass in some input, and then it uses something called the transformer-based architecture. It's just really this unique type of AI which allows you to go and generate sequences. So it's able to chat with it or produce what looks like chat. Agents take it a little bit further forward, right? So we not only use that chat component, but we also start to introduce tools. And a tool might be a video editing tool. It might be an email tool or a calendar or something that's able to write code. We're actually able to give or construct an agent by bringing together that really advanced AI that we used in chat, plus the tools, and we're able to get the AI to think, reason, react, and use those tools to achieve a specific outcome. So rather than just being able to chat, you're actually able to get the AI to do stuff and automate stuff for you.
Oh, great. Fantastic. So how do you think that South by Southwest Sydney can change the trajectory of someone's career or business?
I think it opens up a lot of opportunities, right? Like as I mentioned, I had business owners reaching out to me, and I had students. I had a group of students, like they were so excited to chat about it. They're like, "Oh, this is agents. This is so cool. Like, how can I use this? How can I learn about it? How can I get involved?" So I think the beauty of the event is that we're able to bring so many people together, and they're able to see different aspects and what's out there, right? Because agents are really cutting edge at the moment, and we're really only just starting to touch upon what's possible with them. So people being able to see those in such an early phase, I think, is a really great opportunity.
Great. So you say agents are relatively new. What do you predict as being the next big step after that?
Yeah, so we've had this huge emergence of what we call a large language model. So they're these massive AI-based models or transformer-based models. They've got huge numbers of parameters. They take thousands and thousands of GPUs to train, huge amounts of infrastructure to run. But we're now starting to see small language models come out, and I know people are thinking, oh, is it not better? Is it not going to be as good as a large language model? Well, I think the beauty of it is that anybody can pick them up and run them on their laptop. So that means that it starts to democratize the ability for people to go and use some of this AI. Like I can open up my MacBook and spin up one of these large language models, create an agent, and have something automated for me. I know I had some admin that I had to do yesterday. I had to fill out a legal form, and I was like, oh, I really don't want to do this. Maybe I can just throw this at an agent and get it to at least write my first draft. So it meant I was 90% done within 30 seconds. And it just shows that you're able to do some of this stuff. And I think we're going to see more and more agents being deployed in a lot of use cases across a lot of industries.
I'd just like to give a shout out to my agent who works very hard. Thank you. And also gets commission. Brilliant.
Shout out to all the agents.
Shout out to all the agents. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Nicholas, for joining us in the South by Southwest Sydney studio. And please enjoy the rest of your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You can watch more of these videos on youtube.com/South by Southwest Sydney.